Friends, welcome to second semester Financial Accounting 2. Subjects you know very well: English second language, basic computer skills, Financial Accounting 2, business law, programming with C and C++. Okay, our syllabus Financial Accounting 2 subject syllabus consists of 5 units. Unit 1 is Bills of Exchange. Unit 2 is Consignment Accounts. Unit 3 is Joint Venture Accounts. Unit 4 is single entry, that is accounts from incomplete returns. Unit 5 is non-trading organizations or non-profit organizations. Consignment accounts, single entry, non-profit organizations. We studied in intermediate. We know very well and we can easily understand. Bills of exchange and joint venture are also very easy subject to your concentration in understanding these videos. Okay, students, we start with the unit 1 bills of exchange. Okay, this bill is exchanged for goods sold, so it is called as the bills of exchange. It is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker directing a certain person to pay of money only to or to the order of certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. Simple to understand. It is an instrument in writing. Means it is a document written by a maker. A person will write the document. He will prepare a document. That is bills of exchange. While making a payment, while making the document, he will direct a person, means a third party or other person, to pay some of money, only to, you will clearly mention, pay to X, pay to Y, or pay to me, like that, or to the order of certain person. If the bill is transferred to Y, then he will mention that to a person which is to be transferred or not, or to the bearer of the instruments. Sometimes what they will do, they will send the bill to a particular person, collect the money. Okay. So under the Negotiable Instrument Act, Section 5, 1881, Section 5, a document which is in writing consists of or ordering a other person to pay the money directed to or to the person who is he supposed to tell, and also bearer of the instrument. Okay. So you sold X sold goods to Y. X prepare a document or instrument. He will write X write with an unconditional order signed by maker. X will sign and directing a certain person, directing Y to pay the sum of money, to pay 8,000 rupees only to him or to the order of a certain person. Means either only to him or order of a certain person. You will know the checks, I think. Somebody you are having a knowledge about checks. In the checks first line it is pay to. You can write self, indicates that pay to me or pay to myself. Order of certain person. You're writing somebody's name, X, Y, Z. Order of certain person. Or you will write bearer of the instrument. Okay. So instead of writing myself or yourself, instead of writing self, instead of writing a particular name, and you can give the check to somebody, they will write their name and produce in bank. That is called bearer of the instrument. So, bill of exchange, which is a written document containing an unconditional order signed by the maker, directing a certain person, means who is accepting the conditions of the bill, directing a certain person to pay sum of money only to or to the order of certain person or to the bearer of the, that is called as bill of exchange. Look here, the specimen of the bill. 3 months after due date, pay XYZ or order the sum of 1000 rupees of per value received. This is prepared by XYZ company with stamp and everything. This is a model bill. So bill consists of date when it was prepared, year 27th November 2016. And the next was term, how many months the bill is. Here it in this bill is 3 months. Another one is amount. This should be there. Okay, now without amount there is no bill. And rupees 1000 written in words also. And the next one is stamp. If the amount is more than 5000, stamp. Okay. Another one is parties. This is the bill is here is the maker. XYZ is the maker. Addressed to ABC. These are the two parties. Okay. Date. Another one is term, amount, stamp, and the parties. These are the date, term, amount, stamp, and parties are part of bills of exchange. Features of bills of exchange are: a bill of exchange is an instrument in writing. Okay? It should be in written format. So a check leaf is there without signatures and without writing anything. It is invalid. In the same manner, bills of exchange with writing and signature with stamp, then only it will be valid. It must be signed by the maker. The person who sold the goods will prepare a draft and be signed by the maker. It contains unconditional. There should not be any conditions for that. The order must be to pay money or to pay money and money only. Okay. In that very clearly mentioned about the amount to be paid. And the sum payable must be specific in words and numbers. The amount must be paid within a stipulated time. So, in earlier slide, we discussed about the term. In same manner, bill should be have specific time period, either 15 days, 30 days, 60 days or 2 months, or 90 days or 3 months. The name of the drawee must be clearly mentioned. The person to whom we are asking to pay should be very clear, and it must be dated and stamped. To make effect the term, how many months, 3 months or 4 months, grace period. So it is compulsory to make the bill should have a date and required stamps. These are the features of salient features of bills of exchange. Number one, the instrument is in writing. Number two, it should be signed by the maker. Number three, it contains an unconditional order, and it should have order to pay money. The amount payable must be specific. Another one is the amount must be paid within stipulated time. The name of the drawee must be very clearly mentioned. Must have date and name. Parties to bills of exchange are: number one, drawee. Person who orders a bank to withdraw money from an account to pay a designated person a specific sum according to the person who orders a bank to withdraw money from an account to pay a designated person a specific sum according to the bill. So there are three parties are there. One is drawer, drawee, and the one is payee itself. So first one is the person who sold the goods and prepared the bill. In that he will order the bank to pay the money. Drawee, the person on whom the bill is drawn. I purchased a goods. I sold goods to X. So I am the maker of the bill, and on drawee name, the person who is on whom the bill is drawn. Okay, I am preparing the bill on X name. He is the person who accepts the bill of exchange. To him, the bill is considered as a bills payable. Drawee is the person who will agree the terms and conditions put by drawer in the bill. He will sign on the bill by accepting the terms and conditions of bills of exchange. For drawee, it is a bills payable. Another one is payee, the person to whom the bill money is payable. In most of the cases, drawer of the bill himself is the payee. To him, the bill is considered as a bills received. ABC, A sold goods to B. A sold goods to B. A draw the bill on B. B accepts the bill and B returns the bill to A. Now the bill is with A. Goods sold to B. Now the goods are with B. B will sell the goods and he will make ready with the money in the bank whenever the time period or term is over or yet to be completed. A will approach the bank or A will approach B to collect the money. So it's very clear, 1-to-1, A to B, drawer to drawee. A to B, drawer to drawee. A sold goods to B. Money to be collected or B has to pay money to A and B is unable to pay in time. He asks time period, that is 2 months or 3 months. For that 3 months time period, A prepare a bill on B and send to B for signature. B signed the bill and sent to A. 3 months are over, A submit the bill or A will send the bill to B. B will pay the money. Happy? Transactions were completed. Okay. But in the meantime, after 2 months, bill term is 3 months now. After 2 months, C is there who sold goods to A asking money. Now A has to pay money to whom? C. A sold goods to whom? B. Who signed the bill or accept the bill? B. Sent to whom? A. Now the bill is with A and A purchased goods from B. C. Now C has to collect the money from A. A is not having the money or A is not interested to pay in cash form and A told that I had a 3 months bill whose maturity is coming in next month. You can take the bill and collect money from the acceptor. So now A endorses the bill on C. The bill is in the hands of the C. After 3 months are over, C will send the bill to the address or acceptor's address. Who accepted the bill? B accepted. Now the bill is sent to B. B will pay the money. Who will receive the money? C will receive the money. So that's why C is called as a payee. Originally, who has to receive money? A has to receive money, but the bill is endorsed to C. Now the payee is C. The person whom the bill money is payable And in the most of the cases, drawer of the bill himself is the payee. In our example, A to B and C to A, in our example, A to B and C to A is the drawer of the bill. By default, he is payee. In this example, A endorses the bill to C. C will receive the money, or B will paid money to C. That's why payee is C. To him, the bill is considered as a it's receivable. Okay. Advantages of bills of exchange. Or bill of exchange is used in settlement of debts. Exactly. Okay. Goods sold, A sold goods to B. B has to give money. B told that I will pay later. To settle the future transaction, A draw a bill on B and send the bill to B for acceptance. B accepted the bill 3 months. The amount will be paid by B against the bills receivable. A received the money. Account is settled. It fixes the date of payment. So it's very clear the person who is holding the bills receivable will know in at a particular date what are the bills which are going to mature or amount will be received. So that according to the time or according to the maturity of those bills, he will plan his receivables. It fixes the date of payment. It is a written and signed acknowledgement of the debt. So who is owed to who? B is owed to A. B is owed to A. How do we know that B is owed to A? A sold goods to B. B has to pay money to A. Orally, it is very clear. A sold goods to B. But whenever this instrument is in force, it is very clear that B has to pay money to A. It is a acknowledgement of debt. Which acknowledgement of debt? Written and signed acknowledgement of debt. A debtor enjoys a full period of credit. So B is very happy that he need not to pay money until three bill time period is over. B is very happy until the bill term is over, amount is need not to be paid. We will rotate the money or whatever it may be. He will enjoy the full time period of the credit period. The drawer can convert the bill into cash by getting it discounted with the bank. So A is not interested to wait for 3 months. He will approach the banker to convert the bill into cash. Then the bank people will calculate and they will deduct some amount as discount and they will pay the balance amount to A. Then the bank will collect this money after the due date from the acceptor. So this bill can also be converted into cash whenever it is required. Okay, types of bill of exchange: payable at site, on demand or presentation, payable after a certain time in the future. It is also known as a bill. Payable at site or on demand means there is no time period. Term is not there. Whenever he produce the bill, then the debtor has to pay the money. But payable after certain time in future, it is also known as a term bill. In the second type, the bill is having the time period. Okay, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, like that. Okay. So acceptance of a bill of exchange. The drawee. A sold goods to B. Who is the drawee? Who will make the bill? A sold goods to B along with the invoice of the goods. A will make a bills of exchange and send to B for acceptance. A is a drawer, B is a drawee. The drawee signs across the face of the bill with or without the words accepted This denotes his acceptance of the bill. Such acceptance may be general or unqualified or qualified. Okay. Who, who is accepting the bill in our example? B is accepting the bill. And B will write in letters accepted. Then the bill is having validity. Acceptance of the bill is two types, that is general or unqualified, another one is qualified. Here the drawee accepts to pay the whole amount mentioned in the bill without any condition. Unqualified bill or general bill means normal, simple. Bill amount, how the bill amount is there, that amount will be paid on the due date. Then qualified bill amount is, qualified bill of exchange is, drawee accepts to pay the bill subject to some conditions regarding amounts, tenure of the bill. Means in the qualified bill it is like this. Okay, I will pay the money after 3 months, subject to some amount of discount, or by supplying some goods, or exchange extend the term tenure of the bill. Whatever may be, unconditional bill is unqualified or general bill, and conditional bill is qualified. These are the two types of acceptance. Then holder of the bill, a person who is legally entitled to receive or recover the money due on promissory note or bills of exchange or a check. A holder has lawfully received possession of any commercial paper. Okay. So A sold goods to B, B accepted the bill, send the bill to A endorsed the bill to C. C is a holder of the bill, and he is lawfully received the possession of bills of exchange. A sold goods to B, money is required to B, then money is required to A. A will approach the bank. A will approach the bank. A will discount the bill. A will discount the bill with the bank. Bill with the bank. Now the holder of the bill is bank. Okay. Holder in due course. A holder in due course is that holder of negotiable instrument who obtained the instrument for valuable consideration, who became the holder of the instrument before its maturity, who had no cause to believe that any defect existed in the title of the person from whom he derived his first one is who obtained the instrument for valuable consideration. Very simple. A sold goods to B. B accepted the bill and sent the bill to A. Now the bills of exchange with A. Money is needed to A. He approached me. That is 10 lakhs bill. Bill amount is how much? 10 lakhs. I told to A that I will pay 9 lakhs. Will you give that bill? If money is needed, very needed to A, then A surrendered the bill for a consideration, valuable consideration. You know? So holder in due course. Now the holder is whom? Myself. And who became the holder of the instrument before it is a maturity? Suppose A discounted the bill with bank. Bank is a holder which is having a possession of the bill before, and who had no cause to believe that any defect existed in the title of the person from whom he derived his right. Okay. Banks are merged. 27 banks are merged to 12. There are some guarantees which were given by old banks. Those guarantees will affect having the time period till the loan is clear. So till then, the bank which got merged into who merged bank will take into responsibility of that bill. So he is a legal authoritative or legal possessioner. Okay. Then date of maturity, check, discount, endorsement, dishonor of bill, noting charges, renewal of bill, retiring of the bill, accommodation of bills of exchange, different types of these are the terms which we are using in bills of exchange. Types of bills of exchange. How the bills receivable book and bills payable book are there. Next generate and some problems we will solve to understand the bills of. Okay. See you next week.